Hello and welcome to a Smurd P video, and today we're looking at the Fall of the House of X issue 3. And our issue begins with Juggernaut doing what he does best, being unstoppable whilst trying to save what's left of Krakoa in their weakened state. However, adamantium parts of a skeleton maims Juggernaut. Juggernaut being the only survivor from the Hellfire Gala, decides that even though this may be it, he's either going to save Krakoa or he's going to die like those friends that he lost, his teammates that he never got to be a true part of, etc. And we got some brutal scenes. There is no holding back. Meanwhile, Cyclops is taking Dr. Gregor down into the basement, etc. And she soon realizes that Cyclops could have escaped at any time. But he asks the question, who really controls Orchis? And she says, well, I thought I did, Dr. Devo and me. We'll soon find out that is not the case, etc. So Magic flying in, gives Scott a new ruby quartz visor. So he's and he says that, you know, there's been a lot of noise from humans and torture, etc. But the AI of this relationship has gone quiet, and that is the scary part. He also says that, you know, he obviously believes that the other X-Men can save Krakoa. You know, he's quite comfortable, etc. And he says to Magic, they can do this without me. And she says, you know, if it needs doing, then they'll get it done. Nice and easy. So Gerry Duggan is the writer. Lucas Werneck and Jeffro Morales is on the art. Brian Valenza is on the colors. VC's Travis Lamham is on design. And Tom Muller and Jay Bowen, is on design. VC's Travis is on the letters. Apologies. So meanwhile, back on Araco, we have Woofer, who was made an X-Man by Kitty Pryde, step up when Apocalypse calls out, who will stand by me as we return to Earth, etc. And it's not clear on how they return to Earth until Gambit, Rogue arrive, etc. With, oh my goodness. It's gone out of my brain. I'm really sorry. With Manifold. Oh my, I'm so sorry. That just popped out of my brain. I knew that I was going to say Manifold because I was going to mention, you know, this is why Destiny asked Rogue to hide him away, because without him, they can't get the mutants back to Earth. More importantly, the Sword 2 station back to Earth. And he calls on great magics to make this happen, etc. So as they come flying in, they collide with Sword 1, creating what Destiny described as a giant X in the heavens after the fourth Krakoan. So we go back to some of Destiny's earlier messages to Rogue, etc. So and then we get this lovely piece where Juggernaut says, you know what, you need to stop laughing and look up. So Kitty and Emma get a message from Tony Stark that and it is relayed from Firestar, who that Dr. Status had realized who she was and had captured her. So they go after Dr. Status, etc. So he says, you know what, you're not getting in my brain. I'm too, you know, I've got great side blockers, etc. She's like, what, you mean the one that I just took when I phased through to knock your helmet off? So yeah, so with pleasure, you know, Cinch is sent to go save Firestar, etc. Meanwhile, Emma Frost is left to deal with Dr. Status, etc. So she implants sort of nightmares into Status, etc., so that his heart ends up having an attack, etc., and go. And he tries to plea to Emma Frost, let me speak to Cyclops. He would let her go, and she reminds him, he's not the one, he's not here, and nor would he do this, and that's why I'm here, etc. So, make sure you don't return and stay dead, which they obviously start contemplating. Well, do you know what? He could just come back because, well, they always come back, right? So, but need they say anything else, because Farsark comes flying in and destroys him. And we get this beautiful moment where Emma Frost says, you are a great X-Man. You did us proud, and you paid the hero's price. Remember, this was probably part of a bit of redemption from Emma trying to resolve what she did to Angelica a very long time ago. So part of that redemption story, etc. So it's a nice moment here. So meanwhile, Cyclops, Dr. Gregor, and Magic go on the moon, and basically Nimrod and co went onto the moon after the fall of X, and they named it Sentinel City, and they were using it as a station to mine, etc., except that none of the stuff came back. The other bit that she says is, nobody at Orchis seemed to know what they were doing with that material, etc. Nobody. Maybe Moira did, but they're not really sure, etc. So they surprise at Nimrod, which is a very hard thing to do. And it's basically, he says, this is the end. So Cyclops tries to remind her that that is not your husband, etc. And she says, and she tries to say that, I can calculate the truth from it. And he says, I choose not to lie to you. So what does he do? He snaps her neck. So he's given you the gift earlier than he had calculated. So Cyclops goes flying in, etc. And Nimrod says they calculated that the easier way for success was for mutants and humans at each other's throats, and that they wouldn't look up and see what we were doing, that we were creating a sword above your head. It's not an outpost. They've not created that. They've created a tool that will sterilize the planet at once and for all, destroying humans, mutants, and only AIs exist. And they did it. We get this great piece at the back here. I don't usually read these. I usually skip over it, but I thought it's right at the end. I'm just going to read that quickly. And they all had their ways of doing it. Phelon wanted revenge. Status wanted to grow. Murdoch just enjoyed another playground. Moira X said, I didn't try this before. And Nimrod saw all of these people in Orchis and used it, man and mutant, to kill each other, to create this final equation which wipes out them all, and the AIs get to exist nice and easy. So I just also wanted to apologize. This is a bit late in terms of me reviewing this. I have had it a couple of weeks. I probably meant to do this a good week or so, but it didn't really pan out that way. Next up, we got Rise of the House of Powers of X. So I'm hoping I'll get that in the next few days, and that review will be, and I'll talk through the story, etc., and share that with you. But yeah, fantastic issue. I knew that I was going to enjoy this. Really, really nice, easygoing story. Lots of points, lots of character growth in it. There was a lot in it, and it just flowed really well, and an enjoyable read. So anyway, hope you like my video. If you do, please support my channel by subscribing. Thank you for watching. Thank you to those already subscribed to my channel. Make sure you look after yourself. Very important these days. And as always, embrace geekiness. Take care. Goodbye.